Afterburn is painfully boring. I'm breaking down the 2 big reasons it falls flat, and what the R rating actually means before you waste that popcorn. What's up, movie nerds? I'm Yvonne with Pass the Popcorn, and let's get candid about Afterburn. You might be wondering why this movie gets a 5 out of 10 despite being boring. Everything was just average. I mean, the movie had everything it needed, except what would make it special, and what would make a movie rewatchable.
Oh, I can't watch this.
Short assessment, if the comedy had been sharper and the drama more developed, this could have been a standout movie. But that's just the beginning. Now we're diving into the acting, story, details, and reasons for the rating. Spoiler alert once we hit the rating.
You have been warned.
And let's get this party started.
I mean, really, let's do this, mother!
First up is acting, which I give a 5 out of 10. Despite having big names like Dave Bautista and Samuel L. Jackson, the acting falls rather flat. It's not all the fault of the story, despite it being a so-so script. It's more on the director not doing their job.
Can you do your job?
All the actors had the ability to be good if the director knew how to bring the performances out of them. Even a so-so script can be elevated if the actors are on point, but they just weren't. Not to mention that the villain was so cartoonishly evil in an otherwise serious movie that it just made you laugh. It was like if Dr. Evil was dropped into GoldenEye.
We're not so different, you and I.
Now for the story and script, which I also give a 5 out of 10. This story is meh. Not good, not bad, just meh. It had a good premise and a few engaging parts, but since it relied on the plethora of guns, explosions, and violence, not anything substantial, the story faltered.
What is this crap?
Also, some of the dialogue was just corny, like 14-year-old fanfiction corny. Although this isn't the worst dialogue I've ever heard. Also, the villain would have been a lot more scary if he had any semblance of an understandable motivation, and if he wasn't so horribly predictable because his villainy is the most tropey version of it on the market.
I thought writers hated cliches.
It really makes you wonder how he had so much power and then was thwarted so easily. I will say that the film ended in a satisfactory way and it made sense, even if some of it was predictable, which kept it from being a bad movie, but it still didn't rise above meh. Now for the details, which I give an 8 out of 10. This is where the film shined. The apocalyptic world looked convincing, with strong sets, costumes, and props that felt appropriate for the setting.
Nice!
I also liked the small touches that the movie put in, like people wearing military or police uniforms because they were probably just lying around, or the protagonist using traps, blacklights, and environmental knickknacks for alarms.
That was pretty good!
It made the world feel lived in and clever, even if some of the protagonist's actions seemed, just for the movies. Aside from one minor continuity slip with footwear, the attention to detail was stellar. I really wish it was backed up by good performances and a good script.
The attention to detail is excellent.
Here's your spoiler warning, guys, because now we're getting into the reasons for the rating. This movie is billed as an R-rated sci-fi comedy, but the comedy tag seems misleading because it's really not that funny. But they hit the sci-fi and R-rating nail on the head. So let's talk about it.
Drugs and alcohol.
Various liquors, beers, cigarettes, and cigars were indulged in throughout this movie. No one got intoxicated though.
Language!
The first reason for the R rating is the excessive use of the F word. Although it's never used in the sexual connotation, so it's easier to listen to, unlike Mickey 17. Anyway, there were 31 F words, 9 S words, 5 A words, 3 heavy uses of blasphemy, 2 D words, 2 others, and 2 birds.
Time for violence!
The last reason for the R rating is the more graphic violence. I mean, it's about a lawless society within an apocalyptic situation, so it comes with the territory.
No, duh.
There were gun, knife, and hand-to-hand fights, explosions, heavy weaponry, gang violence, a group of cannibals, thankfully no cannibalism was shown on screen, and public executions. The villain in particular dishes out cartoonish, over-the-top, and wanton brutality.
You're a tyrant and a dictator and you start wars.
Seriously, expect plenty of blood and guts, from squirting wounds to a shotgun-blasted face. It's less graphic than Novocaine and Mickey 17, but it could still sour unprepared stomachs.
A moment of silence.
The only real decent character in this movie, the priest, died in a bullet storm. It was kind of an intense way to kill someone who was only on screen for about 5 minutes. Overall, I give this movie a 5 out of 10. This movie had potential, with a solid premise, a gritty apocalyptic setting, and impressive attention to detail, but it didn't deliver.
Well, now I'm sad.
The acting felt uninspired, weighed down by corny dialogue and a one-dimensional and unthreatening villain. The story itself was serviceable, predictable yet coherent, but it lacked anything to make it rewatchable. Ultimately, the film was forgettably lukewarm.
Wrap that up and give it to a child on Christmas, because we're done.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the review. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know if there's a movie you want me to review next. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a review just like this. Also, click right here to see an actually bad movie. Painfully bad. I mean, can you believe that someone would have the audacity to lie about being a Holocaust victim? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and just remember, once you pass the popcorn to me, it's okay to talk, it's okay to text, and I'll see you later. Bye!